Welcome back into the Sporting News Studio. I'm Stephen Levine. This is Tom Vandevort, and Tom Vandevort says, look, I know Vince Young blew $26 million by being a knucklehead, but can't we have a little sympathy, a little compassion for Mr. Young?
See, everyone who sees this story and writes about it says, if it were me and I had all this money, I wouldn't blow it.
Well, they don't know that.
I think that's where you're wrong. Think about these athletes now. We see this all the time. They're used to performing on the field. That's where they have to take care of business. But off the field, for a lot of their lives, everything has been taken care of. They don't ever have to take care of business off the field. It's all taken care of for them. They get a certain amount of money, and they don't worry about money anymore. They just spend it and they use it, and everything's generally taken care of. So when it ends abruptly, as it has for Vince Young, and it has for other guys who get injured, or even if you get old, that's a shock to their system, and that's a shock to their way of living. And a lot of times these guys don't manage it well. These guys have been living in a certain way, and granted, you know, if we hopped into that lifestyle at first, it would be amazing. But, you know, we would adapt to it just like they do. We'd start taking it for granted just like they do. I think that's what happens to guys like Vince Young. They assume this lifestyle is the way things are, and then they hit a wall, and it's kind of, it hurts.
I think the reason people have a hard time generating a lot of sympathy for guys in Vince Young's position is because, okay, $26 million guaranteed. All right, give me $26 million and tell me I'm going to lose $20 million of it from bad investments. I'd be fine with the 6.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
And I know that's where people come from.
But here's the other thing, the point that I think has to be made for those of us who might be trying to generate some sympathy for Vince Young. When these guys come into this money, they're 22 years old. They're still young kids without a lot of world experience, probably without a lot of maturity. I mean, some of them may be mature for their age, but come on, when you're 22, I certainly didn't make good life choices at 22, and if you had given me $26 million, I probably would have been fairly irresponsible with a large amount of it.
Can be blown. Any amount of money can be blown.
And just because you have more money, that just means you have more money to blow.
And you just spend it on more expensive stuff. Look,
is Vince Young a knucklehead? In a lot of ways, yes, he's a knucklehead.
Sure, but then again, so are the rest of us in different circumstances.
Him especially.
Yeah. Okay, I'll cop to that.
All right, for Knucklehead number 1, I'm Knucklehead number 2. Thanks for watching.